Welcome back to my channel. The moment the entire wrestling universe has been holding its breath for has finally arrived, and tonight promises to be one of those unforgettable nights that will be talked about for years to come. After weeks of speculation, whispered rumors, backstage tension, and unanswered questions, the tribal chief himself is ready to break his silence and expose the truth behind the shocking attack on CM Punk at Survivor Series. The entire WWE locker room is on edge as the countdown to Roman Reigns' revelation reaches its peak. Every superstar, every official, every fan in the arena and watching around the world knows that what is about to be revealed will change everything. This is not just another promo or another storyline twist. This is the biggest revelation of the year, and it is unfolding live on Monday Night Raw. The tension did not appear overnight. It has been simmering for weeks, ever since that unforgettable and chaotic moment at WarGames when a mysterious masked assailant scaled the steel structure, stormed into the cage, delivered a devastating stomp to CM Punk, and swung the entire match in favor of Paul Heyman's Vision faction. That single moment sent shockwaves through WWE, leaving fans stunned and the roster divided between suspicion, fear, and outrage. Almost immediately, rumors began to circulate, with many pointing fingers at Austin Theory as the man under the mask. But one question refused to go away and continued to haunt everyone involved. Who sent him? Who pulled the strings? Who was bold enough to orchestrate an attack on one of the most polarizing and dangerous superstars in the business, while simultaneously sabotaging Roman Reigns' team on one of the grandest stages of the year? Tonight, on Monday Night Raw, the leader of the betrayed team, the man whose authority was directly challenged, Roman Reigns, has called for a special segment to finally bring the truth into the light. The arena is electric with anticipation as fans fill every seat, buzzing with speculation and nervous excitement. The locker room is gathered around the monitors backstage, with even the most seasoned veterans unable to tear their eyes away. In the ring stands CM Punk himself, battered in pride but unbroken in spirit, waiting for the answers that will either validate his suspicions or open a new chapter of chaos. For Roman Reigns, this attack was not just another loss on a big night, it was a deep wound to his leadership, a public betrayal that struck at the heart of his family and his authority as the tribal chief. The bloodline is built on loyalty, dominance, and control, and the events of Survivor Series represented a crack in that foundation. To restore order, to heal his team, and to reclaim the respect that had been momentarily shaken, Roman knew that suspicion alone was not enough. He needed clarity. He needed proof. He needed to deliver a truth so undeniable that it would end the speculation once and for all, unite his faction against the correct enemy, and redirect their rage with purpose. Cutting through the fog of rumors and half-truths was his mission, and tonight was the night he intended to complete it. Suddenly, the familiar and thunderous music of Roman Reigns hit the arena, and the response from the crowd was instant and overwhelming. The tribal chief emerged from the entrance with a focused, almost solemn intensity etched across his face. There was no swagger, no showmanship, only calm authority and quiet fury. Step by step, he made his way to the ring, soaking in the mixed reaction of cheers and boos that always follows him. Inside the ring, he took the microphone and allowed his eyes to slowly sweep across the silent crowd and the cluster of superstars standing at ringside. The weight of the moment was palpable. After a brief pause that stretched the tension to its breaking point, Roman finally spoke. For weeks, he said, everyone had been operating in the dark, trapped in a maze of rumors, lies, and speculation. But the bloodline does not live in the shadows. The bloodline brings everything into the light. He then turned his attention directly to CM Punk, locking eyes with him in the center of the ring. "You were targeted," Roman declared. "My team was sabotaged, and I took that personally. I made it my business to find out exactly who was responsible and why they dared to make this move." Roman slowed his pace, allowing the anticipation to rise even higher with every second of silence. The man in the mask, he finally revealed, was Austin Theory. In that moment, the crowd erupted with a mix of gasps, cheers, and shocked murmurs. The rumors, it seemed, had gotten at least one part of the story right. Theory, The ambitious and opportunistic rising star was the weapon used in the attack. But Roman was far from finished. His eyes shifted toward the entrance ramp as his voice grew colder. Theory was only the tool, he explained. The real mastermind, the man who paid for that betrayal, the man who could not stand to see this team succeed, was someone far more dangerous. It was someone who had been watching from the shadows, someone who had been jealous of this family from the moment he returned, someone who could not tolerate a power structure he could not control. With deliberate emphasis, Roman pointed toward the back and delivered the words that sent shockwaves through the entire WWE Universe. It was Randy Orton. The reaction was immediate and explosive. The name alone carried decades of history, destruction, and betrayal. Randy Orton, the self-proclaimed legend killer, the Viper, a master of mind games and sudden, ruthless strikes, had been unmasked as the mastermind behind the attack. As Roman framed it, Orton's motive was painfully clear. Throughout his career, Orton has specialized in dismantling alliances, shattering legends, and striking when his opponents are most vulnerable. A united front led by Roman Reigns and CM Punk represented a level of influence and control that Orton simply could not manipulate or dominate. By hiring Austin Theory as his instrument, Orton had played the long game, using the younger star's hunger and ambition to execute a plan that would destabilize two of WWE's biggest forces at once. The implications of this revelation are massive. For CM Punk, it confirms that the attack was not random and not simply the act of a reckless up-and-comer, but a calculated move by one of the most dangerous minds in professional wrestling. For Roman Reigns, it means that the integrity of his leadership was directly challenged by a rival who thrives on psychological warfare and chaos. For Austin Theory, it places him squarely in the crosshairs of two of the most ruthless competitors in the business, transforming him from a suspected attacker into a confirmed accomplice in a far larger conspiracy. As Roman finished his revelation, the atmosphere in the arena was charged with equal parts shock, anger, and anticipation. CM Punk's expression told a story of vindication mixed with simmering rage. The locker room backstage was undoubtedly in turmoil as superstars processed the implications of Orton's involvement. The fans, meanwhile, were already imagining the explosive confrontations that now seemed inevitable. Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. Randy Orton versus CM Punk. And perhaps, somewhere in the middle, Austin Theory desperately trying to survive the storm he helped unleash. This is the kind of storyline that reshapes careers and redefines rivalries. It is no longer about a single attack at Survivor Series.